Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm bringing you this analysis of CAD-CHF pair at 45-minute time frame. So right now you can see I'm at the chart and we are currently at 45-minute time frame on CAD-CHF pair. And if we zoom out, we can see that in the past there is the formation of this fair value gap, that is undervalued fair value gap. And this undervalued fair value gap is represented by drawing this rectangular zone. Now, if you are not sure about fair value gaps happen when the market makes sudden impulsive moves in either upward or downward direction, and it does not go back in order to fulfill those gaps. So for example, here you can see there was this sudden move, this impulsive move in the bearish direction, but market did not return anytime in the future to back to this zone. So there is an imbalance that exists in this area here, and market in future has to come back in order to fulfill this gap and imbalance this imbalance that has been created, and this is the fair value gap. So whenever the currency is going below, and currently as you can see it's going downward and downward, so it's trading the CAD-CHF pair is according to this zone is undervalued because its fair value should be somewhere around here. So our prediction is somewhere in future it's gonna go upward in this zone here to fulfill this fair value gap. Okay, and once it goes, we can start looking, because now we have the analysis that it's headed in this direction, in this bullish direction, to fill this gap after making this swing. Now we can start looking for the entries that are in the long direction. And if we zoom in here, we can see that there is the formation of another overrated fair value gap, but this overrated fair value gap is not as strong as this undervalued fair value gap, because in overrated fair value gap, once it forms, the market should go above and then come back in order to fulfill this overrated fair value gap. So here in our case, what we are seeing is there is the formation of this undervalued fair value gap, and market has been trading ever since the formation of this undervalued fair value gap below it. So now market is going to go back, and if we zoom in here, we can see that there is the formation of this very strong resistance zone, because you can see the market touching this resistance zone multiple times. As you can see here, the resistance zone was formed, and this zone has been tested once, twice, thrice, and 4 times. Now the market is gonna go back to this zone for the 5th time, and there is a very high likelihood that this zone will be broken, because there is an existence of undervalued fair value gap above here. So the market will break this resistance zone and it will go in the bullish direction to fill this undervalued fair value gap. So we can use this fair value gap as our take profit level, and we can look for any setup that we find at the breakout of this resistance zone. So once market, here we can see currently the market is at this value here, that is 0.6636. So when the market goes above this resistance zone, because you can see that this is a very strong resistance zone and it has been tested many times, so now it has become weaker and weaker. So once the market breaks this zone, it's gonna look for completing or balancing this overrated fair value gap. So we can look for any valid entry or any valid candlestick pattern that we find once the market breaks this zone somewhere around here or here. Okay, once this happens, then we'll look for any candlestick pattern that we find, and we'll put our entry according to that candlestick pattern strategy. And the swing low that will form at that swing where the candlestick pattern will form, we'll put our stop loss somewhere there, and then we'll be targeting this level, this low of undervalued fair value gap, as our take profit level. So this is the analysis for the CAD-CHF pair, that the market is going to go in the bullish direction at this resistance zone after breaking this resistance zone, and we can look for any long entries that we can find after this breakout happens. I hope you like this video. If you have any questions, don't forget to reach out, and see you in the next video. Thank you.